What's up everybody, it's your girl Rishay here, back with another tutorial, and actually this tutorial is from like 2 years ago. What you're going to need for this is you're actually going to need a pattern or some shorts that you can trace out, some bias tape, a seam ripper, some pins, a measuring tape, and some shears. I also forgot to put elastic, so here's some elastic. We're going to need elastic. It's about an inch thick. Yeah. Here's the shirt we're gonna do today. For some reason, a year ago, I didn't think to put it on and record myself, so you're just gonna have to see it flat on the bed. I want to keep the seams on the side intact, so I'm gonna flip it over to the back, and I'm actually gonna cut up the middle of it, so that way it all lays out, and I can take my pattern piece. Yes, this is put on dog wrapping paper that I got from the Dollar Tree. Your girl's broke, don't judge her. So I'm going to take that pattern and I'm actually going to put it on the side and the middle, so that way your girl just doesn't want to deal with the side seams, okay? So I'm just going to show you. So we're going to take the front piece, we're going to put here, and giving us a little bit of room. I'm stupid and I didn't include enough room in the crotch area in the front, so I'm going to attempt to fix that by putting more on the back, which I'm putting here. See what I mean when I say that they're going to be connected through the side seam? I also had to cut off a little bit of the bottom, just to round it off, make that shape round, whatever. Don't be me, guys. Leave some room for your butt. So I didn't do that, and I regret it because I don't have enough room for my butt. Here is where I attempt to make up for the seam allowance that I lacked in the front. Okay, so here's what the piece looks like when I cut it out. It's all one piece, so that way I don't have to sew as much, which is great. Unfortunately, I did have to cut the bottom, like I said, so I'm gonna have to re-round that. I put a bias tape in the middle of it, so that way it has some kind of stability for my needle and thread to catch on. I'm using a machine, so I'm just gonna fold that up over it and try and blend it out with the rest of the seam. Okay, so next I'm gonna put the two pieces together and serge the crotch seam. No, technically it's like not the crotch seam, but I'm gonna leave the crotch part open, if that makes sense. You guys seen me make shorts before. You've seen shorts tutorial. You don't serge the actual crotch seam. So this is what it looks like when it's done. Now we're gonna serge the crotch seam together. Let me fix this because it looks bad. Okay, cool. So this part right here that connects the front and the back, I'm gonna serge that, but I'm not gonna put bias binding in there because I feel like it would be very uncomfortable. So we're gonna attempt to just put the serger on it, which it actually turned out really good, by the way. So we're almost done. The next thing I did was I folded down the top part of it about 1.5 inches, and I zigzag stitched around it, so that way I made a little casing for my elastic. My elastic is about an inch smaller than my actual hip line, because I want a snug fit. And I'm just going to stick that through the little casing, and I'm going to serge it closed. Not serge. I'm going to zigzag it closed so that way it stays like put. And now that's just me putting it back into the little casing. Everything is really hard when you do it like one-handed, because this was like 2 years ago and I didn't have a tripod. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm gonna zigzag it close, that little opening that I left, and then I'm pretty much done. Alright guys, leave your final thoughts and comments in the little comment area down below. Give it a like, a share, maybe subscribe, you know, whatever you want to do. So I had to go back and re-record this because apparently I just didn't get an actual footage of me wearing the shorts. My butt is too big for this, so it's really tight on me. But it looks good, so that's all that matters.